She's just gonna sit there with her hand on her hip.
Uh, you must be so embarrassed. Leon will also kind of step forward and approach, though he'll stay behind June. Um, the skeleton is not moving its jaw or anything. As Bartolo speaks, every diamond shard in the room will just glow a hot, like, light blue color. Uh, and he'll say, "Have you brought what I've asked?"
Yeah.
So you've got each of them then. The 4 totems.
Yep. Definitely every piece of the totems are here.
Can you not see that?
I can see that you found some things that I was powerless to keep from you. This does change things. Though I suspect there is a potential for it to change things in the better for all involved. You know everything now. But we were trying to do what we almost did. How to solve your problem, potentially. Why did you come up here to me when you've already got the answers in your hand?
Because as long as you're slithering around out there, you're going to take any opportunity you can, and you will find it.
Oh, yes, I will.
To sweep the rug out from under us and take it whenever we're about to complete whatever Glodia settles on as the next stage.
What then, you mean to kill me?
I'm not passionate about you dying. I'd be fine with it, but I need you disabled.
Your plan then is to disable me. How do you intend to do that?
You interface with this world through channels. I just have to eliminate your access points, and then you're stranded wherever it is you mill about.
Wherever it is I mill about. It's so curious to me, the way that you're able to make connections so fast, June Law. You're so much smarter than you would think that you are, always throwing those flames of yours around, falling in line with Horrigar. You can attempt to cut off my access to this world, but then you would know something that I don't. Not even death could contain me, June Long. It's gonna kind of, well, he's not gonna do anything. He can't see what he's doing.
The camera focuses on the skeleton.
Say, Fuji, Leo, when you accosted me in the annals of history, you felt there was something that I wasn't telling you. Something about Claude. I felt it. But I was too afraid you'd do something stupid to act on it there. So I let it lie. Claude killed me in cold blood. We got 99% of our plan completed, and he got cold feet. He wouldn't surrender the power to me so that I could use it to fix the world. And he ran me through.
Real quick empathy roll.
Yeah, let me sure.
He's like, don't do that again.
Claude's dead body is nearby with a sword through it.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Damn,
Don't
four
look over
shifts
there.
over.
Woo,
He's telling
woo.
the truth about Claude reneging on the plan and killing him. He is withholding something still.
Okay. Tell us why. He was your friend. He trusted you. You worked together. He wouldn't just.
Oh, go ahead.
He wouldn't
Oh,
just
sorry.
turn his back on you.
You have Cheetah to. Oh, go ahead.
Obviously I want him to answer, but June is gonna say, unless his plan was bad and Claude didn't care for it, and Claude cared more about the world than his friend.
You have Kita to thank for that. She turned him against me even after her death. You see, Kita had stumbled onto something very dangerous. This eternal engine idea that she came up with on her own. She took advantage of the resources that I provided with her, the scientific advancements that I discovered. Nobody knew about Gladius before me, much less Ohm. And in secret, she began working on an alternate solution. Engines to produce Ohm, to replace gods. To end this conflict non-violently, as if the gods would ever be so willing to lay down and allow machines to take over that work for them. I knew if we allowed her to continue with her plan, it would compromise Claude. He was weaker than I was. He would see it as a path of least resistance, and he would have defaulted to it. Nobody can have access to the Ohm except for me. If you haven't seen what I've seen, what Coda has seen, it would all just repeat itself again. We have to break the mold, and I don't trust anybody else to do that. So I decided Claude. Metaphys already didn't like me, the rest of them already didn't like me, and I convinced Claude that they were out to kill us because they had turned Keel and were working with the gods to maintain the status quo. Claude trusted me. He was in love with me. And together we dispatched the rest of the group, including Kita. But something went wrong. He was supposed to understand me. He was supposed to agree with me. There was a 1 in over 7 million chance that he wouldn't see it my way, and for whatever reason, that is the reality that all of us are living in. He didn't surrender the power to me. He ran me through, and I was left here to die. Only I didn't die. I just remained on my own in this void. And I'm to understand I have the aspect to thank for that. The transfer of power that both Claude and I accepted. I'm not human anymore. I'm not anything anymore. I'm not sure what I am. I can't materialize. I can only move through these channels. The way you surmised it, June. Even if I wanted to, I can't die. Fortuitous for me, for the entire world then, because I intend to see this through to the end. As you said, slithering about, waiting for my chance. So why don't you just give it to me? Death couldn't defraud it from me. What the fuck makes you think you can?
Mirroring the posture when Leon stood over her with that wrench and managed to provoke her in the depths of the Aeolus chariot, her eyes are soft, and she just goes, I think that you're a person the same as any of us, and I'm sorry that your friend hurt you like that.
Oh.
Just say, it's been 1,000 years. You must be lonelier than any of us could ever know. That must have driven you crazy. I'm sorry, Antony. I know a fraction of what it feels like.
This is unexpected. He's got to do his due diligence, June, but you have only a 3 to contend with empathy against you if you're planning something.
Wow.
Ah.
You know, no.
Nice. Yeah.
But I guess he'll feel so shaken that, like, he's not deathly sure. I don't know. What do you... When you intend to tell the truth and then match on a deceive, what does one receive? That's the weirdest thing in the world.
It is, because deceive is kind of weird, because it's like...
I always found it weird that you had to roll when you were trying to tell the truth.
I don't
But
think you have to, though, honestly. Like, I think we need to get out of the headspace of having to roll deceive against an empathy. Like, if you just want to let somebody know the truth about you, I think they should be able to do that. Just narratively, it makes more sense.
It could just be they don't even have to roll empathy in the first place.
Yeah.
You sort of
Yeah.
forego the ticket, I guess. You just go, I'm being open.
You could surrender the truth, and only if you want to defend would you even encourage an empathy roll.
Yeah.
If you're not actively trying to create an advantage, then there's not a reason to roll empathy.
It should succeed with style, like mechanically, basically too. Like they should get everything. Like you obviously are doing stuff, but like if there's anything that you could potentially even be holding back.
I guess
like,
there's that. I don't want him getting any kind of boost on me.
Yeah. Well, if you're not attempting, I don't think there's even a boost to be gained. If you're not actively attempting to, like...
Well, if he succeeded with style, like Kane said. I just don't think it needs that many mechanics.
Yeah.
I think it's not a roll. You know, are you being truthful? Yes.
Okay. It's easier.
Yeah.
And she is. She just kind of lifts her arms and has that same deference that she had to Coda, her other worst enemy. And she says, I wish that I and that other people would just learn to reach out their hands and ask for help. You, me, Coda, you guys apparently are privy to some information I don't know. I'd sure love to get in on it and we could have all planned, but you all chose to be warmongers and die violent deaths. This is about us as people. We're not up there with them. We're here on the ground, and we should all stand our ground and tell the gods no, that this doesn't work. I think you would have been really valuable.
I am sorry that you could not work things out with Coda. I'm afraid I may have been the largest barrier to that. For the sake of honesty, and I'm sure you've figured out by now, he and I had been cooperating.
Yeah, she'll say, you got what you wanted. That helmet, every circumstance leading up to it, he killed Peter. And vice versa. And so now we're just left on this dirt mound with 2 influential men gone. And nobody's any further.
What makes you so sure Peter is gone?
Just gonna look at Leon.
What do you mean? What does he mean?
Is he here? Lifts up the carpet.
Did you check?
Peter, get out of here, boy!
I was here the whole time.
He dances out like he's on fucking
Playing
Ellen.
the feud. Yeah.
You've been punked!
Show me, Peter!
Anthony,
Run.
come on out!
Anthony, you kept it shut. You knew everything.
Oh my
You were a good
god!
sport.
We
so
got
good.
we got your ass. Look at Leon. Look at him crying.
He
Our
loves
marriage
you.
is ending. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Leon, I know, I fucking know about Laura. Your ass is done.
Till death do we part, bitch.
Bitch.
Um, I think Fuji's gonna speak up and he's gonna say,
Quiet, Fuji.
oh shit. You mentioned that before. Something about bringing back the dead. Everyone staying alive for forever. Is that what you mean?
You. No, Fuji, but that's a very good guess. Something is supposed to happen to you when you die, the way that Metaphys and Horingar coordinated it. June could speak the most to us, seeing her proximity to the god and her understanding of the greater workings of the world at large, but when you pass, you are transported just outside the gates of Urban. You exchange your soul in the form of a token for entrance. You remember Damien. Damien traded in these souls. They were very valuable to him. They are much more valuable to the people that he took them from that will be denied entrance into Urban. However, get out here, Damien. However, in my specific instance, I was not transported anywhere. Claude ran me through. I returned to my seat and I waited. I promised him that I would find him, that I would ruin him and everything he left behind. And then after that, I would fix the mess he made. I had already begun to plan. When I arrived in Urban, what would I do? How would I divine my way past the guards? I had utilized the help of a soul croupier. I had a soul that I intended to exchange for entrance. And it is still sitting inside my clothes, among my remains. Because I did not go to Urban. I remain here. I sit in front of all of you. This is where I have always been. It's remarkably overstimulating having you within my sight and not having to perceive you in the way that I can. But I know that I am somewhere else. And I suspect that Peter may be too, if his power works the same way that mine does. But I have been here for 1,000 years, and I have not figured out a way to escape. So that gives me little hope for your friend.
He said his body's here.
Yes.
She's gonna start walking over.
No, wait, no!
He doesn't stop you.
She's going to go up to the person upon which he says his soul coin is, and I guess I'm gonna try to magically reach out with my hand.
You trying to pick up the soul?
Yeah.
So when you go through his clothes, there is a pouch, and there is just a totally smooth. I feel like just like non. It's not associated with anything, so it's just like a formless, like void coin that just kind of is like an untextured coin that just isn't interacting correctly with the light in the room. And it is free for you to pick up, and it feels icy cold on your fingers.
She's gonna step away with it, and I guess I'll do an information check on this. I'm gonna try to arcanically feel what's the glitch.
So this was not Antony's soul.
Oh,
This is the extra one that he had. That was his plan was to use it to sneak into the underworld and retain his own soul.
oh, I see.
Somewhere in his rant, he had started that thought. I don't know if I finished it. He didn't get that far because he didn't go to Urban. He didn't even need to enact his plan.
I see.
But with a 5, this is a soul of somebody who died 1,000 years ago. Matter of no, I don't know if I could give to you who it belongs to. That might be a little more in that 9 territory. But you'd certainly know that it's a soul and that it's legit. I wouldn't bite it, but if you were to, you know, given your proficiency with Horingar, this matches up with everything that you've heard of, and it is untainted by a soul croupier who would manipulate it to turn it into their own currency.
I mean, how many bodies do we got in the room, guys? Is this logically Kita?
Uh, I don't know. I don't know if I can make that assumption.
It's not a bad idea, but I'm not going to confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
I got one fate point in here. I don't know if I should boost that lore just on this. Well, I'm gonna need you guys to fight and Bartolo for me.
Right.
I'm fate pointing it with the knowledge of this world is the only way to save it. She's gonna search hard.
Right. So as you boost that to a 7, you are able to decipher it is not Kita's.
Damn.
However, it is a graphite soul. So through the process of elimination, you would be able to determine that it belongs to Nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice brand soda.
Hey guys, do we know where Nice died?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
No, unfortunately, no. Okay.
Maybe somewhere in
I
here.
can't put anything together here.
Yeah.
Would be remiss if I didn't ask, what are you planning on doing with that?
She's just gonna flip it around in hand and pocket it and say, what did you do with your friend Nice?
I'll say, he's here somewhere, in pieces.
I'm gonna try to notice. I'm gonna take a quick look around. She's now invested in this.
With a 2, it's not really a crazy hard challenge. There's a pile of rocks all over the room. You're able to determine that he's kind of all about the place.
Jesus.
He was kind of taken apart with some sort of an explosive. But for the sake of argument, I'll say the highest concentration of chunks is over here.
Which is gonna turn to everyone, particularly looking at Leon. She's gonna say, and then she's going to take the soul coin out and say, kind of feel like I got all the pieces of an idea brewing here, and unsheath Horingar's totem from her pocket and say, and hold up the soul coin and say, hey everyone, let's see if we can't get this guy back together.
Huh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I would caution you.
Why?
June. Nice surrendered his soul for a reason. Well, I'll be honest, I wasn't truthful with him, but he did give it willingly for a reason that he thought was related to this whole agenda. If you return it to him, you wouldn't be able to use it to gain access to the underworld and retain your soul while you're alive.
She's gonna look at him and then around to everyone else and say, do you think I could get into Urban, and these people would allow me to do that at the cost of someone else's soul?
The doorman is blind, in a way. You stand before him, you give him a soul, you proceed. That's all there is to it.
She's gonna check everyone. I'm gonna check with the rest of the party
Yeah,
here that have always been
emotionally.
antagonizing me.
Yeah, that is kind of shitty.
She's gonna turn and hold up the soul and just be like, "You gonna criticize me about this? Not say this, but the implication is you gonna criticize me about zombies, but not this."
That soul belongs to him. Should be given back.
Noldrin's always
No.
been an ardent, compass on this. She looks to him.
Yeah. Putting this together, he kind of shakes his head, and he's like, "There must be some other method than this. I know that you seem interested in using her powers for the specific type of problem to solve, but how far are you willing to go before you become like them?"
Yeah. I didn't become the paragon of life so that I could steal souls and trade in them. I think this guy's been incomplete for long enough. And, is it a roll for everyone else to assemble this?
I mean, you guys are uncontested right now. Bartolo's not going to lurch at you in his zombified form, so I would say if you want, you can assemble him on your own. If you wanted him to be like in really good shape, a crafts roll would inform how well you're able to put him together.
Who here's got crafts?
Fuji, I'll give a +2 to you.
I'll give a
The
plus
splits
one. I
can
got
also
a
give you
craft.
2.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's two.
Okay, so +4 right now.
Well, Noldrin could offer a plus one.
Yeah.
So +4.
And
It's a
then-
+5. The splits have a stump. They give you a +2
Oh,
instead of a
Jesus.
+1.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
2 from Splits, 2 from Leighton, right?
Yep.
1 from me, 1 from Noldrin.
Oh, it's a 6.
Jesus.
And then it's an 8 with my gear.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think it's a really cathartic moment of everyone just building this stranger we don't even know back together really delicately, almost like kids building a sandcastle.
Looking under the table, finding pieces, bringing them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, there's just this moment of you guys all cooperating. I like that too, like finding pieces, you're all kind of coming together. It's a shot of Anthony's disapproving skeleton head. Whinging as you get rid of his ticket in and out. June, how do you imagine that you would insert a soul into somebody?
Here's what I've been cooking up. She is just going to press it flat, like it's sort of in the webbing of her hand, press it against his chest, and then imbue her life-giving magic and focus it through the spearhead, and almost sort of like insert the coin into him by pressing the spearhead into the coin.
Yeah. So you do that. You drop the coin into the vending machine, so to speak.
He screams.
Yowza!
1,000 years.
And there is just sort of 1,000. There's just the gentle sound of wind whistling through his like eye/nose holes as the color sort of returns to Nice. Nice had always had these prominent cracks that sort of just glowed
Glowed?
glowed red. Glodia, skies over glowed. Yeah. Glowed orange as the mantle inside sort of reflected out, and that process begins again. And he slowly attempts to sit up, and just not realizing anybody in the room, just says, "Whoa. Mountains above. What happened?"
What language is he speaking in, though?
Oh yeah, it would be old Glodian.
Yeah, it's gotta be. 'Cause that'll...
Leon's like, what is he saying? Where's
He
Peter?
crushes Nice again. Yeah, in her broken dialect, June will say, you know, you didn't make it to Urban. Antony wasn't able to use you for what you volunteered for, but just thought that you didn't deserve to be incomplete.
Dead long time, says Leighton.
Just so I am understanding this. You retrieved my soul from Antony, and you returned it to me, and gifted me with life again.
I am Horengar's paragon of life. I felt it was in my duties.
Horengar still exists. Oh, then Antony failed.
She's gonna look at Bartolo on the throne. She's gonna say, yeah, you can ask him yourself. He looks different, but...
He is going to start marching over to the point where Leon will get in front of him and put a hand out and he'll say, we need him, we need him! And Nice is going to attempt to push past him, but Leon will keep staying in his way. And I don't even know what it would look like if a graphite could spit. But I just imagine he just kind of sprays some mantle down at the ground at Antony's feet. And he just says, bastard! Hello, Nice.
Yeah, June will look to Leon and go, admittedly, I didn't have a plan for that. Just seemed like a decent thing to do. What should we do with him?
Leon will look over him and he'll say, it's a lot to ask, but maybe he could, I don't know, help point us in some kind of direction. I mean, Nice, you've been gone for 1,000 years. And Nice will sort of deflate an inch or two, and he'll say, no, that can't be. It feels like it's been... I don't know how long it feels like it's been.
It's like going to sleep and waking up. You can't count the hours.
Yes.
June, yeah, June's gonna... I should take temperature with the other players, see if anyone here has an idea. Because we have an enemy, but our method of conflict is a bit muddied.
Yeah. I mean, what's our objective right now?
It was to stop
We can
Bartolo.
find one. Yeah.
Because honestly, like, I don't quite... Without destroying Antony, like, that's why we came here, but I don't really see a path forward to do that as of now.
We could destroy this vessel.
Will that do it, though?
No, given his explanation, something
Yeah.
else might pop up. He'll be around.
Well, why don't we ask Nice? Maybe he knows some ancient knowledge of him.
Seems like a nice guy.
Because, yeah, like...
Why is
breaking down
Mac here?
I don't know. I'm just so bored.
He said he was going to play tonight. I had to be here.
Nice will say, you mean you're not working with him? You mean to stop Antony?
We're of mixed opinions about gods in this group, but I'm June Long. I come from, let's see. Oh, I don't know my history well enough. What was the relationship with floating islands around when Nice would be dead?
So Nice wouldn't have been alive to see them.
Okay, the Cataclysm or anything.
Yeah, this is like Sorry, stretch my legs. He died before the calamity, so he would have no idea about floating islands.
I'm from. I'm an Easterner. She like does a geographical map in her head of old Glodia. And yeah, we'll say one of the current leaders of the free world. I am not fond of the gods either, and I do wish to dethrone them. But what Antony wants is the same tyranny that they impose. So no, we came here to stop him.
I can help you. I know where they all are. The totems.
She's gonna lift up Orangars and say, "Oh yeah, we got here with that first."
Oh. Then you've got all 5 of them.
Uh-huh.
God, I knew it.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna look over at Bartolo and then back at Nice and say, "Man, I feel like we should leave."
I like the idea of cutting on this specific line too. Just the you've got all 5 of them, illuminating what's next.
Yep.
So I'm gonna play us out here. I wish that I had this part on me. We should get out of here. And then
And then from the back of the room, Fuji throws up,
Yeah, fucking pussy.
braces his knees, and throws up on the floor.
Wow.
Vitriol that Sean just
Fuck
threw.
that fucking venom.
I can grow a pair.
He's fucking sick of his shit.
That's exactly what Nildren would say. I'm convinced.
Honestly, though, probably